Alright, I'll keep his attention.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Sirgon gazes into the distance at the ruin of Peligir, his eyes heavy and laden with tears. He musters a weak smile as you approach him. I believe none yet lived to search for me, but you have proven me wrong, Warden. You have renewed the hope of the men of Harad stole from me as they forced me to watch my city burn. I may be but a lord of ruins, but my family lives yet, and there is still a dawn waiting to pierce these skies. Oh, that's a bit of hope.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
My father needs the care of a healer, and Peligir is no place for the wounded. There is a fortified haven nestled in the mountains just to the east, known as Tumladen. It is a shelter to my people during times of war, and indeed, many of the folk of Lebanon and Losnark have already sought refuge within its walls. It is there I must bring my father, and with haste. Alright, so I need to take you to Tumladen, which is... I've also been asked by somebody else to go there.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
With Peligir in such ruin, Tumladen may well be the only shelter that still remains in Lebanon. While I long to look upon my wife and son again in Ost-Anglebad, we have come too far to make such a journey. My father is in dire need of food and rest, and I too grow weary, for bearing his blade and armor so long has tired me greatly. I know you desire to rejoin Lord Angbor, but if you would meet me with my father in Tumladen, I can aid you in readying yourself for the journey ahead. The Gate Warrens have been known to refuse outsiders during times of war, but if you mention my name, I am certain they shall let you pass. So therefore, I will head to Tumladen. Here. Very well. Borrow my pony. He'll use her to bring your father along, and I will go on ahead on foot. Alright, so let's go. And let's be away. A few more of these have come around. Maybe I better not bypass them all. I should at least make things a little bit safer. One is very wounded. Alright. Thin their numbers a little bit more. We can make it, of course. Alright, good. And this one. Dun 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 dun. Hi there. I don't want you patrolling around here. You're a threat. You're a threat to all good Gondor. You don't belong in Gondor? And if you don't leave right away, I'm going to give you a stiff talking. Oh, you died. Alright, I won't give you a stiff talking. I'll give this guy a good stiff talking. So there. Now, are you going to leave? I guess not. Alright, let's get out of here. And where do I need to go exactly? up here somewhere. Well, how do I get up there? I guess I'll have to find a path somewhere. Preferably one that doesn't require me to climb a mountain, but no, I shouldn't be crossing the river any. Oh, wait a moment. Apparently there is an entrance at another road, so if I cross the river here, then I go the other way. Well, fortunately, they give good running training to robot wardens. This is a longer trip than I was expecting. But I will get there, and I'm sure that I'll meet Jav again after she finishes carrying Siragon over. Fortunately, this road is quiet. That's good. So there don't seem to be too many Haradrim around this part. I don't see any Gondorians either, though. Now, this looks like the fortified town I'm supposed to be looking for. Ah, these men like their big, impressive cities, that's for sure. Alright, here we go. Hi there.
How may I help you, friend?
What interest have you in Tumladen, traveler? Well, I was traveling with Falarthan and found Lord Sirgan along the road, and I desire to reunite with them if they've arrived yet. Ah, so that's it then. Yes, the Lord and his son arrived quite recently, but how can I be certain of your intent? Oh, very well. Well, I guess Aragorn is going to be the king here, so I guess swearing allegiance to Gondor won't be too much of a stretch anyway. He's supposed to also become the king of Arnor someday, where the Shire is. Alright, fine. I swear allegiance to the king of Gondor. Very well, on your feet. I shall allow you entry, but do not make me regret for trusting you. Alright, let me find that. Alright, seem to be a lot of refugees around here. And also, let's find Falarthan and refugees and all sorts of people here. See, there's somebody here? Yeah, there are. Yep, see a lot of... Oh yeah, people get displaced by wars. Hello there. Hi, Falarthan.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Ah, Pineleaf, at last you have arrived. My father and I were beginning to worry that you were not coming after all. In our short time here, I have heard peculiar things, but there are more pressing matters at hand. Oh, yeah, is Jav all right? Oh, yes, Jav is all right.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
My father's health is of great concern to me, Pineleaf. Although he has been in good spirits since we freed him from his captors, his flesh has grown pale and his breaths are growing more labored by the hour. I have yet to find a healer within Tumladen, though I am certain one must be here. However, I learned an interesting thing from the Rangers of the North before they left Peligir. They spoke of kingsfoil as an herb of great restorative use, and gave it their name of Athalas. Can you imagine such a thing? Kingsfoil is naught but a weed! Yet, I cannot leave any stone unturned. If you would seek out kingsfoil outside of Tumladen and return it to me, I would be grateful also. If you happen upon any food within Tumladen, even a mere loaf of bread, it would greatly aid my father's recovery. I need some bread and find some Kingsquail?
Gondor needs your aid.
Oh yes, and when my father and I arrived here, the gate warden told us of the many folk of Minas Tirith seeking shelter within these walls. Many indeed. From what I can tell, they seem to delight in rumor-mongering, and I do not blame them, for thinking of unbelievable tales and happenings may be the only respite from this encroaching darkness. For my part, I have heard little of Minas Tirith in recent days, and I suspect that the folk here might know more. Speak with them while I tend my father, and tell me of what you may learn. All right. So I need to speak with some people from Minas Tirith. And perhaps they may have some information. Good day, good woman. I was wondering, how are things doing within Minas Tirith?
Gondor needs your aid.
A warden or not, you would be wise to seek shelter here, traveler. The steward shows great wisdom in sending us to safety. Minas Tirith's defenses are great, but even greater are the forces of the enemy, who would see it torn down stone by stone. Oh, that bad. Hello there.
I am afraid to wander too far from home lately.
Do you think we'll be safe here? My mother says we will be, but she hasn't spoken much since we have arrived here. Father stayed in Minas Tirith to guard the gates, but I wish he had come along with us. If you travel that way, you'll look after him, won't you? I'll see what I can do. Alright, anyone else from around Minas Tirith? Wonder what anything... I wonder if there's anything interesting on the bulletin board. Nope, nothing interesting. Hello there, good woman. Anything you tell me of Minas Tirith?
As we left Minas Tirith, I saw smoke rising from Osgiliath.
Do you plan to travel to Minas Tirith? I would advise you to rethink your course. If the city is not already besieged, it soon will be. Much of my family has been evacuated, but my sons remain behind at the request of their commander. They will defend the city, and are glad for the chance, but I am afraid for them. As we left Minas Tirith, I saw smoke rising from Osgiliath. I hope Faramir holds it still, but I do not know how long even that he can last. He is the son of the steward, and is very brave, but I have heard that the armies arrayed against us are vast and uncaring. I have heard also that Boromir left on an errand to the north, and has not yet returned. I think I better tell her about that detail. I would feel better for my sons if Boromir returned and stood on the front lines. May it be soon. Yeah, right. Yeah, may it be soon. Right now, we await word that it is safe to return to the city. Tumladen has enough supplies for its garrison, now absent, so we should be able to stay as long as necessary, but I hope this is resolved quickly. Yes. We can only hope that's the case. Well, let us find some more of these refugees. Any more around here? None here. Maybe there are no more left? Somehow I think that's unlikely. Quite unlikely. Because you can be sure that there are going to be some nasty folk around. Let's see. Oh, of course. Alright. Over this. well, no one around here. Alright then. We will then have to go this way. And surely there must be more people around here. Or maybe I spoke to everyone? Oh boy, this place is almost as big as Peligir. More stairs! Oh. Oh, here's another camp. Hello there, young lad.
Hello there.
Hello there. Are you a halfling? You look like a halfling to me. Are you a hero? Wow. You must be journeying to Minas Tirith. They are going to need you there. I am certain of it. There is going to be a war. It may have already started. Are you going to be in the thick of the fighting? Yeah, I would be if you let me. I heard that there's another halfling in the White City. Do you know him? I did not see him, but he could not have been much taller than I am, and I wager he was allowed to fight. Why not me? I heard tell that he is a friend of Mithrandir, the Grey Pilgrim. Perhaps that is the reason? Some folk have some good fortune, and leave none of the rest of us. It is not fair. Alright. What's Gandalf? Gandalf's in Minas Tirith, apparently. That's good news.
Corsairs, strange armies, now darkened skies.
Do you know what happened in Peligir? The people of Glanith have come to Tumladen, have told us hearing of great Corsair screams, even from far away. What happened to the Corsairs, and why do their ships still sail on the Anduin? Lord Angbor has come, and he does not speak to us openly as he once did. Yes. Unfortunately, the matter, I'm not allowed to talk about it. Why do you keep secrets from us? Does this war go so poorly? Ah, well, secrets. Hello there, sir. Any news from Minas Tirith?
How may I help you, friend?
I do not believe I would ever think such things, but I am glad to be so far from my home. I have heard tales of a great army mustering in the ruins of Osgiliath, and though the steward has sent his son, I fear for us in the coming days. Ooh. Hello, sir. Any news of Minas Tirith?
They say I am too old to fight. Ha!
Even if the desire to protect my home and my family burns as brightly within my bosom as it does within those of younger men, I am not afraid to die if that death were in the service of the steward Denethor or his brave sons. Still, I have been carted here to wait for the end with the children and the women. What justice is there in that? They say the son of the steward holds Osgiliath, but how long can he hope to stand against the armies that pour out of the east? That city has changed hands before, but it seems to this old man that the next time it fails may be the last. When that happens, I think they will rue sending us away. The White City will have need of folk to wield swords, no matter their ages. Mark my word, and mark them well. All right. Yeah. All right. Any more refugees left? Are there any more left? We'll find out in the next episode of Pineleaf in Gondor.